All three warrior poses are challenging for various reasons. I personally find Virabhadrasana 3 to be the most challenging. The balance, the extension both forward and back, and trying to keep the hips neutral, I find it all to be quite hard. So let's break down the pose. Come to standing at the middle of your mat. You'll likely want 2 blocks to help you out. Let's start by putting the weight in our right foot and extending the left leg back behind us as we rest our hands on the blocks. First, let's think about this standing leg. Press down firmly through all 4 corners of your right foot. Keep your knee soft. We don't want it bent a lot, but you also don't want to lock it. Keep the knee soft. Straight line from your ankle through your knee up to your hip. So not leaning way back in your heel, not going way forward into your toe. Now think about the left leg, the extended leg. Take your toes and flex your foot. It might not necessarily look as pretty, but it can be helpful to see if your hips are even. Look back and see if your toes are pointing towards the ground, or are they pointing out to the left? Turn your toes so they're pointing down. You almost want to feel like you're turning your inner thigh of your left leg up to the sky. Engage your left glute strongly to keep your leg straight back behind you so it's parallel to the mat. Engage your right glute to keep your hips stable. Press firmly back through your left heel like you're standing on your left leg. And then you can come up maybe onto fingertips on the blocks. You can bring one hand to heart center, the other hand to heart center, and from there extend your hands up over your head. Reach strongly out through the tips of your fingers and through your heel. Warrior 3. Very challenging to balance, very challenging to keep the extension forward through the hands and back through the feet. Some common places where we might struggle is, as I already said before, we might open up that hip to the side slightly, or even just lift the hip higher. Foot might not be turned to the side, but we've got one hip much higher than the other. It's also possible that we don't have the shoulder flexion to really get our biceps by our ears when we're in Warrior 3. And that's okay. If your arms are down here, that's fine. Try and find that straight line from your shoulders through your back to your hips, through your foot. If your fingers aren't part of that line, that's okay, but your neck should be. Don't look out in front and don't bend your neck, flex your neck back, or under, so that you're looking at your toes. Just look straight down, straight line, through your neck, through your spine, and maybe your arms are part of that line. A couple of ways to really help you feel this pose is to use a wall. So one way is to face the wall, set up so that you're about an arm's distance away from the wall and making an L. So your upper body is parallel to the ground. Your legs are straight underneath your hips. Then from there, keep your left knee soft and extend your right leg straight back. Push into the wall with your hands and reach back strongly with your right heel. Make sure that your toes are pointing to the ground. Engage your core and engage your glutes. Look straight down underneath you. That's one way to use the wall. Another way you can use the wall is to place your foot on it. So first of all, make sure that you are about a leg distance away from the wall and then turn back forward. You can place your hands on blocks under your shoulders if you'd like. Reach your leg back, find the wall, press into it like you're standing on that leg. Keep your supporting leg soft and then bring your arms up by your ears. Feel the extension forward and back. Virabhadrasana 3. If you have any questions, please leave them for me in the comments.